I guess first thing, after 15 practices, you feel okay with where you are. I'm glad there's still 140 days left to clean a lot of things up. After a spring game, I think there's always that feeling in your stomach that we're not good enough. That's obviously how I feel. Just right now, we got a lot of work to do, a lot of good things. But I think anytime after spring game, you split the teams up, it's never as crisp as you'd like it to be. But I think it was a great opportunity for four quarterbacks to get out there and really get snaps. Overall, there's some drop passes on offense really for the blue team. Probably one of the reasons they lost the game today. You watch Quadra Henderson go around, and that second run he had was like, wow. I didn't know if it had. I thought he was going to run right through the tunnel into the locker room and make everybody miss there. I was impressed with Kessman today as well. Really 3 for 3. I don't count that. Coach Powell just trying to kick a 60-yarder, feeling pretty good. I think he had all length for that, so it was good to see obviously with Blue gone, we're going to need a kicker to come in and kick some game winners at times. And I think overall, we'll go back and grade the tape. I'm really happy with the quarterbacks. Max over here did a nice job. Had a nice throw at the end to tip in. Again, there's some great things. We're going to go back and look at it. And again, it'll be totally different when they're all together. And that's the thing you miss in the spring game. Maybe I have someone against an opponent out there so we can be full go. But questions?
Were you expecting to see better crispness and better execution today?
No, I wasn't. To be honest with you, no. That's why I told him last week was probably the most important scrimmage. This was good, but it just, playing next to different guys, I didn't expect it to be as crisp. I didn't expect to have some of the penalties we had. We have a late hit on a quarterback. That's the crispness. I know, those guys up front blocking wise for the quarterbacks weren't going to be, where we wanted them to be because they don't play next to each other and all that. But when we have a late hit on a quarterback and then we got, some other guys mix up and getting 15-yard penalties, we can't have that. Those are little things that bother me. They got to transition from it's not practicing where there's real flags and they matter. So it'll be a good learning point. Those are some of the little things that I want to make sure didn't happen.
Max and Ben having the red on, is that just by virtue of them being at the top of the depth chart?
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, they've had, two of them have done a nice job, and obviously one's further along than the other. And I won't tell you who. But, and I want to give those young guys a chance to run. I mean, you see Danucci and McVitie, they both can run, and they're young, and they got those young wheels. They're really got I laughed. We got one old guy, and then Ben, he's like a teenager, and then we got the two babies with Thomas and Kenny. So I mean, to be able to turn those guys loose, some of the best quarterbacks we've ever had, really showed when it was live. And you saw Kenny scramble, and you watched Thomas run for a touchdown. So it's nice to see those young guys get an opportunity to go out and do something and try to manage the game that way.
Were you expecting to see a guy with a red jersey throw a block up?
I was a little shocked by that, and I think it was with his right shoulder too. So those are still, decision making that we're working on.
Yeah, what did you like? I mean,
I told you I like Quadra Henderson. I like all completed passes. For the offensive side. I mean, as a head coach, it's a spring game, so if they throw a big pass on offense, that tipped, and I'm like, who was on defense there? What happened there? I mean, so you're torn, obviously, but. I want to see plays made on both sides. I saw pressure on the quarterback on one side. I saw us make some plays on the ball, even the first play of the game. Max had a receiver open, but here comes Max and gets a PBU, which I know you guys wanted some of those. So you just want to see guys making plays on both sides of the ball. You don't want to see the penalties, but you want to see guys making plays, and you don't care what side it is, as long as it's crisp and it's clean.
What did you see from those cornerbacks besides Devontae?
It's too hard. You see guys flash, and it's too hard to just sit there and watch it all. The main thing was like this whistle in my mouth, making sure the quarterbacks in the red didn't get hurt. So I'm really looking at the O-line and the quarterbacks for the most part now. I'm catching that late, so sometimes you're not seeing exactly who's catching the ball, and you're standing behind, and from the sideline it's a little easier.
What impressed you? What impressed you with Jared Jones-Smith and Elijah Zeiss, the two most improved players?
We'll start with Jared. He came back last year after that traumatic knee injury, and he was back, and I don't think he missed a day of practice, but he wasn't right. He wasn't 100%. Or something, something about the strength of it. I don't know where it was. I couldn't pinpoint it, but he has come back. He's like a totally different guy, and it's like it just took time, and that's about as bad knee injuries you can have as what he had. When he's back to normal. Elijah, he's put on 15 pounds. He just came out. He stormed. I mean, you guys didn't get to see him this weekend. We held him, but he had a heck of a scrimmage last week, and it was unfortunate. He's got rolled up a couple times. We just got to keep him healthy. But he's huge, and he's playing well, and he understands the game of football.
Anything significant with O'Neal?
No, just a little tweak.
Yeah, talk about put the extra logo on the helmet today.
And obviously in honor of Dan Rooney, and something we thought about as a staff, and thought it was appropriate. He's Mr. Pittsburgh. I'm going to miss him walking down our balcony there by my window. One of the nicest guys in the world. He'll be dearly missed.
What did you tell Quinn after the roughing the passer call after that? This should get it out.
I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "What do you want me to do?" I was like, "Not get 15." That's what he said to him.
Anything final for Coach before we get to Max? And